to the
I've
center.
never been a
So,
follower. I've never been a P-brain. I'm not joining a witch hunt. I'm not gonna lie for these people. I'm not gonna lie for James. I'm gonna allow the authorities to do their job. Now, I tried to ask you guys nicely and warn you all, do not flood those people with a bunch of inaccurate reports, but y'all went ahead and did it anyway. So now you're gonna see the suffering consequences of submitting too many false reports and see what happens when you do things like that. I tried to encourage you guys not to overwhelm them people with reports that they could not substantiate. But y'all chose to do what you wanted to do. You wanted to do your messy talk thing. So go ahead and do your messy talk thing. Manny, I will go ahead and excuse myself so you can talk to the other people that you want to talk to. But before I leave, I do want to say I do suggest that people refrain from making any defamatory statements about me. Calling me dangerous in public when you own a media company is not very wise. There is no one else who is going to corroborate your story of me being dangerous in any way. Lastly, I
okay,
would
so
like
you
to
did
let the
allude to that.
newsroom
So
be
let me
aware.
hold on, Asia. So you did allude to that, and I had forgot about that. So let me touch on that. Not that, but yes, let me touch from that. Your sentiments as some past things with some ladies, children that you might have posted. They said something about an apology. Are you aware of you may be giving some women apology? One particular would
The
be a dancing doll out of South Florida.
I challenged that mother to show me her daughter in a uniform dancing to the brushing teeth version of that music, and I never
Mm.
got that. Okay. I challenged that mother to show me that she paid someone to teach her daughter that dance and have her daughter do the same routine to the appropriate version of that song, and I would offer that apology to her. She couldn't produce that because she was lying. I reached out to that mother because she was trying to call an innocent man a PD30, and they involved that man's mother. I reached out to that mother and I said, hey, you know that you're telling a lie, and you may not know that I'm in possession of the full video as well. Because it was so distasteful, I didn't post it. It doesn't mean I don't have it. Please tell the truth so that I don't be forced to have to post this video to exonerate this man. That is what happened. She chose to take my kind gesture as a threat, and she chose to call me all types of unsightly names. As a result, I posted the video, and I still very tastefully covered up the image of her daughter with other images available from the TikTok gallery. So people can say what they would like to say, but I was in possession of that video from April 20th, the night that it happened. And you never heard Asia Baby post anything or say anything until it actually became necessary. Because I thought it was inappropriate and it was not Asia Baby approved for my page. I also only brought that out after you guys clearly said that anybody who had that video in their possession was a PD30. So I'm not a coward. I knew exactly what I was doing when I made it known to you all, something you didn't know.
Well, Asia, Lord Jesus, we definitely gonna be sticking to this story. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Some things you did say, which is true, especially about contacting authorities with a whole lot of gibberish. I am concerned with the authorities and them not seeing things because the people claim to see more than what the authorities saw. So I am a little ooh, taken back in that area as well.
Because the
I
stories are creating different narratives. You can't actually supply the police with a video of him saying that he touched an 18-year-old who was willing. Supply the video of the 18-year-old saying, yes, I was 18, and my understanding of the M word is anyone being with somebody who's younger than them, and want the police to make up a lie because you guys made up a lie. That's not the way that it works. And I have my own brain. I've never needed anybody on this app to lead me into a thought. It's not going to start today. James
so
is
we
the
are
only father that I see on this app with his children all of the time. The only father. I see him
that.
doing hair, taking them shopping, taking them to the fishing, taking them to the park, taking them everywhere. Doing hair, boxing, playing with other children. He bought his children an inflatable bouncy house that they own in their backyard. The only other father that I've seen on this app shows the same recycled fishing picture time and time again. So nobody on this app is going to tell me that James is a illegitimate, unfit father who's doing anything inappropriate unless I see that, unless I sense that. What you guys see and what you guys feel when y'all sit up with the people y'all sit up with who put other people's kids in caskets and y'all sit up with them in peace, miss me with that, okay? I actually have integrity, always have. Messy talk is not going to be my moral compass. Not today, not ever.
Y'all, it is a little sticky because, again, this is why I asked for 911. On the back end, only thing I got was, and it's an investigation. I did contact multiple people. Yeah, and it was an investigation. That's all. The furthest I got with it was truly an investigation. That's honest to God, y'all. On the back end, on my back end, only thing I got was it's an investigation. This is why I definitely want to know what 911 thought about it all. FBI has been contacted and all the things. You talking about Manny-Snappa the BS? I'm not lying to y'all. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm actually telling y'all the truth. It's an actual investigation. It is an investigation. They say James told y'all himself. That is true. It is an investigation. This is cringy. Thank you,
I
Asia Baby.
apologize that the newsroom has to even be involved in this in any type of negative light, but I assure you that I would never stand beside anything that is wrong. I never have, and I never will. But I'm
Now, we are
also
definitely
not
going to
going
follow
to
this
help
story
anybody
through.
crucify a black man and take children out of a home where they are very loved, very taken care of by a father who does the best that he can with very little. Y'all sit up
Yeah,
every
because
day
they
and
are
tell this
saying
man he
nothing happened
cannot
to his
read, he is
children.
illiterate, he is
Yeah.
hooked on phonics and everything else. But in this moment, y'all expect him to be so articulate and so profound. Miss me with that.
Yes, y'all, we do understand the daughter did come and admit, but the cringy part is
She is
consent.
Snapper's adult daughter. She is not James's daughter. James did not raise her. Raise y'all daughters and teach them not to sleep with y'all boyfriends, and y'all won't be in this situation, okay? Worry about your own families.
Oh, thank you, Asia Baby.
Thank
Oh,
you, man.
Jesus, thank you. Y'all, it is
Can you
a
hang up
lot
on me,
going.
please? 'Cause
Okay, I
okay.
can. It is a lot
Sorry.
going on, y'all. The authorities have been contacted. They say it is an investigation. Um, this one is sad because they are aware of the clips. They did hear the clips. This is sad. I was even made aware that authorities did hear the clips. And yeah, I understand. I get it.
Manny, can I ask a
Yes.
question?
Go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Go
First of
ahead.
all, as a social worker, I can call. They will never. They're not going to tell us what's going on with the case. If it was found, if it was
No, I didn't
unfounded.
call CPS.
Okay, okay, that's fine. But
No,
another
I
thing
didn't
is,
call CPS. Wendy, why you lie? I'm not lying to you. I didn't call CPS.
oh, hold, not me, Manny. I didn't say you lied. I'm
No.
sorry.
Comments is saying, I'm telling you, I'm just
Oh,
letting
okay.
everybody know I didn't call CPS.
And
No.
then another thing is, I'm gonna tell the comments this: anybody who could sit here and tell you that a person is a good father based because that's their friends and they don't want
Clock
to
it.
go with what's right and wrong. That's
Clock it.
called complacency. That's an issue in the black community. Something is wrong. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Asia is complacent. There's nothing that's going to happen to me. I'll put my credentials on the line. Y'all need to. That is sick. That is sick cycles that need to be broken with in our community. Telling somebody to teach your daughters not to sleep with your man? Are you serious?
Clock it.
Are you
Clock in.
serious?
She
And
implied that the girl wanted to do it.
Manny, you know, I come over here to you a lot. How can she dare sit there and say that? Maybe that's what her mom taught her. But hey, I'm gonna jump down. That's sick, sick
So
behavior.
do y'all, ooh, do y'all not see that the authorities are not doing anything?
Here's the thing, Manny, with social services and being a social worker. What we know is
Well, I'm not saying CPS. Let's get
no,
more
the
nitty
authorities is not.
gritty
No,
We
because
listen.
don't know what the
again,
authorities are
Okay, to
they
doing,
be
Manny.
fair,
hold
the
on, hold on,
authorities.
hold on, hold on. Let me
Okay,
finish, Miss Purdy.
I'm
The reason
sorry.
I'm
Go ahead.
saying is because again, is there a crime?
Yes.
Can we
Yes.
go
Yes.
around the panel?
Yes.
Is there a
Okay.
crime?
Yes, there is a crime,
Yes,
but you
there
got to
is.
remember that it happened to
But
the
Miss
girl. Wait
Purdy,
a
you're
minute,
saying
Manny.
I gotta remember.
Wait
This
one
is
second. You want? Let me
okay.
finish
So
this. It
this is
happened
why I
to the
want to
young
focus on the
lady.
authorities because I don't want to focus on
I'm going to get to the
CPS.
authorities. It happened when the young lady was 18, right? She
Yeah, allow Miss Purdy to go. Go ahead, Miss Purdy.
Who's muting
okay, Manny. What I
people?
was saying is that when it happened to the young lady, she was 18, right? She's now 23. She now legally has to press charges. She has to. It's her right. It's her choice. We can't tell her what to do. We can't press charges for her. It's something that she legally has to do. We can talk about it until we blue in the face, but if she doesn't press charges, our hands are tied. But however, now go ahead. I'll let you talk. I'm sorry.
That's right. I was just agreeing with you, but can I say something that's very
But it is a
Miss
claim.
Miss Nature, can we go in order, please? Can we go in order,
sure?
please?
You
Thank
can
you.
talk. Drop. Go ahead.
No, they had Miranda was up here before me, and I was after Miranda.
Go ahead.
Manny, how you doing? Can
I'm
I
doing
say,
good, ladies.
first of all, I don't think this should be a topic that's need to be brought back up because it has triggered a lot of people this weekend. But do it need to be investigated and need to be a crime? Yes, it do because he is a
But Miranda, this is why it has to be a topic because if there actually is a crime, you get me? Like if there's a crime that we are a part of right now witnessing and the authorities are not actually taking heed to the crime, that actually makes room for future people to do future things.
okay.
If we're
So
all are in agreement that a crime has been committed, because we've been here several times with several high profile figures. Now we have a small figure. We've been here before.
Thank
no,
you.
go ahead, drop. Go ahead, drop.
Are you finished? I'm sorry, no.
No, you could finish, Miranda. I was just
Yeah, you
saying,
can
like,
finish.
it is important, like, because again, like, are we in a crime territory or not? Because if you're saying, Miranda, let's not talk about it as if no crime has been committed, then you have to realize what you're saying.
She dropped Manny. First of all, hi newsroom, hi everybody. I wanted to first say that this woman is very complacent. She's gonna say that she didn't know that James said out of his mouth that he was had his daughter holding up the chair because she had an accident on her menstruation. Lady, you're lying. This lady is up at the crack of dawn in Bryson's live being a mod. They were talking about it there. Every platform was talking about it, and you said that you didn't know. You just happened to wake up and somebody told you, and you weren't going to believe what anybody said. It had been on the blogs what James said out his mouth. He said it out of his mouth. You also would hear on the blogs the young lady saying that you M me. The young lady just didn't know the right term to use. It was essay her. She said she did not consent to that. When there is no consent, ma'am, there is a crime. There's a crime. You get up here and act like you're so smart, so well spoken, and you can't figure out that this young lady is just confused about the terminology, but is sure that she didn't consent. Are you serious? I'm glad that you don't have daughters and have nothing but sons. If you this how
But
you
let's
would treat
focus though.
somebody's
But
daughter,
hold on, drop. Let's focus because that is an important message. Some people can get the terminology wrong, which would have the audience not even believe in them. So can you go back to that important part right there? Because that's a
the
big piece that I do want you to focus on and not per se the young lady that just spoke earlier. Definitely that part about not hearing what actually is said because some victims can misconstrue words and
Manny,
then you cancel them.
the victim did not misconstrue that that's not what she wanted. Even though Asia is implying she chose to sleep with her mother's boyfriend. That's what this lady just said out of her mouth. That's disgusting for you to say, well, this is what you get when you choose to sleep with your mother's boyfriend. Manny, you heard her say that in 4K, and that's disgusting for her
Yes,
to
I
imply
did.
that. Okay
Yes, I did.
then.
I did hear that, but see, again, my focus is not Asia. My focus is James. If a crime is truly being committed, I understand you
Well,
all's focus. I get that, but
I'm
y'all
gonna
have to
say this, I'm
accept
gonna
that
land.
I accept y'all focus, just like y'all got to accept my focus. My focus
I'll
is on
say
the criminal who is committing crimes.
I'll
Right.
say this and I will land. No way the toxic behavior that happens in that house with the constant bickering, fussing, fighting, and cursing each other out is conducive to those children. That's very harmful. Those children would have all kind of HD, ADHD, trauma, PTSD. They will have all kind of effects that will come from being in a household when there's that much toxicity. So for her to get up here and act like James is a wonderful father because he bought a jumpy house that you can buy on sale at Christmas for $54.99 is disgusting. The conduct that they hold in front of those children is not the conduct that you want to raise your children in. And I'll mute.
Okay, y'all ladies have a great day at work as well. Have a beautiful day. Keep going. Go ahead, Lynette, Miss Nitra, and then J.E.'s. Welcome to the newsroom. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, newsroom. Hi, panel. So, Manny, you keep mentioning 911. I live here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, by the way. And 911 is for crimes that are actively being committed. This was a crime that was committed years ago, which is why no one called 911 but gathered the information to send to the proper authorities to prompt those investigations that are currently happening, including myself. Right. So 911 was not going to go out at that very moment when James was on live telling us what he did to that daughter without her consent. And the thing that I believe Asia Baby is missing is the fact that this was not consent. It was hitting, this was graping hidden under the disguise of training her to
Of
teach her
training.
to protect herself. That's what that was. That's how people like James get away with it. And then they kept switching their story up each panel that they went up on. When they saw that people was getting on their heels, holding fire under their tails, they switched it up depending on who they were speaking to.
Now you say they. Who is they?
Snapper and James.
Got you. So they working together.
Yes.
But
They're
that's the same one they're helping, get away, right?
right, because and let me tell you why. We are a women's state. We are a woman's state. Wisconsin is. It's very hard for I'm not going to lie. It's very hard for men to get a lot of things here because they're going to put the woman first. So if they went to that house like they claim that they did, I haven't did my follow up. I'm not going to lie and say that, but I do have the proper information to do a follow up on it. If she's saying that James is mentally, emotionally abusing her, trying to put them kids out, her and them kids, they will offer her help to get her proper housing. And I feel like they're kind of actually using that to their advantage. James may not be able to read, he may not be book smart, but he know how to work the system. But that should not take away from the fact that what he did to her daughter was wrong. And for Asia to sit up here and say that the daughter willingly slept with James, who would, besides Snapper, who would want to willingly sleep with James?
Now, I mean, you pose it as a question, but apparently some people are sleeping with him. So you pose a question, but some people
Correct.
are sleeping.
But is it consensual? Because we
Now is what we're unclear with, and that's why I keep asking about this crime.
It's not unclear. The young lady said it
it's
wasn't
not
consensual. It's very
exact.
clear.
Thank you. And my thing is, I have the original clip. So if it was consensual, why would Snapper get up out the room out of her mouth? This is what she said because she was mad because the daughter let James do that to her and she wouldn't let her do it to her. And she wanted to fight her own child. If it was consensual, what you all in your feelings for it?
See, this is what I mean by we have had examples before us where parents were involved, family members were involved. So many people were involved when these children are being hurt, harmed, abused. Go ahead, Mr. Mitra. This is
It's
cool.
happening in their
Oh, go ahead,
house.
Nanette.
If they did not bring this out because they were mad at each other, this was happening in the walls of their house. Other family members may not have known about it. They're doing a very good job of disguising what's going on in between the walls that the taxpayers like myself are paying for because they are on public assistance.
Hey y'all already know how I feel. I feel like everybody should go to jail. Y'all already know my sentiments. I feel everybody should go to jail. And it's not gonna change. I've said that in all the situations I've heard about, all the high profile figures before me. I've said everybody needs to go to jail. This is gonna be the same situation. I'm hearing Snapper's name in there, and I'm hearing James' name. So it only leaves me to say everybody. This is how I feel in these situations. Somebody like these children come from homes with adults. These adults somehow don't even know what their children are doing. Then their children end up in something. These parents need to also be a part of what's going on with these children, especially in situations like this, because sometimes the parents are helping the groomers groom their children.
In this case,
Go ahead, Miss Nitra.
Oh, good afternoon. Thank y'all for the gifts, and Manny, thank you for allowing me a voice. I want to say, first of all, 18 is not grown to us as parents. By law, yes, we understand that the law is going to say at 18, when you do the crime, you get the punishment. But this is a young lady that was violated. She stated in a video recording that we heard at Diamonds that he emmed her. She said he emmed her. He screamed and hollered over her while she tried to get through. The only thing that has me a little disappointed with Asia Baby, she said she was going to go back and listen to the bloggers page and she was going to come back with her conclusion. And I just don't hear her, I just don't hear, did you listen to the bloggers page? Did you listen to the page of a man being attracted to his significant other's daughter? That is a violation all by itself. So my thing is this, it don't matter if he bought bounce houses, the clown that go in the bounce house, it does not matter. That doesn't matter. There are so many men in this world that does that by lollipops and popsicles just so they can violate little girls. So my thing is this, why didn't you size up the
Great point.
situation? Why didn't you size up the situation that a grown ass man was attracted to his significant other's daughter? Why are you even looking at that little girl like that? Nothing about her should have attracted a grown ass man. So now I have to question a woman that wanted to go back and later come back and have a conclusion to what she investigated. Also, how do you train someone by touching them? How is it that you are training someone not to be touched, but you're touching her? Now, when you can get that together for me, Aisha Baby, then I probably can come back and have my conclusion. But there is no way that you're sitting up here taking up for a nigga because he bought a fucking bounce house and took his kids out by the river. Do you understand? That man violated that little girl. She was 18 years old. She is not an adult. Period. Her brain has not even developed. And her mother sat there and let it happen. Now, at the end of the day, that shit is wrong. Whether the police does anything about it or not does not mean that we have to still hang around that individual. You don't have to be there for him just because the police doesn't do their job. We see the system fail us all day long. The system failed us. The parents failed her, and you have failed as a friend. That's my 2.2, because if I give you 3, I'll be here too long. Y'all have a good day. That shit is...
Yes, and I do want to take the moment after Ms. Nitra has spoken and Drop Queen has spoken, that I do want to take this moment just to say the elders are speaking. You may agree, you may disagree, but this is a moment where the elders do have to come in, and I enjoy the elders speaking to us younger beings, because this situation does make me feel as if we have lost our SHITs, honestly. I know that y'all personally don't like to hear from the elders, but this actually warms me because they say a lot of things that right now ain't even my place to say. So I'm glad that elders are saying it and women are saying it right now. Go ahead.
First off, greetings, Manny. Hope you're well. I have 4 questions, and I want to try to make it succinct. These questions are for yourself as well as the panel and the people in the comments. You guys don't have to answer immediately after I say the questions, just so that we can make this go along smoothly. Number 1, if you're dating someone and they tell you that they find your 18-year-old child attractive, is that enough for you to assault and or leave that person? Number 2, If you found out that that person wanted to perform a sexual act
So can we do it
on
one
your,
by one, J.E.s?
absolutely.
Okay, so
We
the
can start
first
right there
one.
before I go to the next one.
Okay, so the first one, he has made you aware that he's attractive. You leave. No, nothing has been committed. That is his intrusive thoughts. It is your duty to leave. Y'all can go around the panel and answer. Would y'all attack or leave? Was that the options, J.E.s? Attack or leave? Was that too?
Attack and or leave. Yes.
Or leave? Yeah, attack or leave. Go ahead. The four ladies, and then we'll go to the next question.
I'm whooping ass and leaving. I'm busting them